Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Travis Michael Kelce is an American football player and the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. He was born on October 5th of 1989. Yes, y'all. He is another Libra. Now, since we already went over one of her exes, John Mayer, who's also a Libra, and we went over the diabolical nature of Libra men. Travis grew up in Ohio, and his father, Ed Kelce, is a former sales representative in the steel industry, and his mother, Donna, was a bank executive. Travis attended Cleveland Heights High School in his hometown of Cleveland Heights, Ohio.
So let's talk a little bit about you, right? Everyone knows about the professional type, but what they don't know, Cleveland Heights, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Let's talk about Cleveland Heights.
I love talking about Cleveland Heights, man.
Memories, my man, of Cleveland Heights.
Well, the most fond memories I have, I'm still very tight with everyone there. And actually, I'm 10-year reunions coming up here.
I remember that.
This weekend, so getting excited for that. But it's just, Cleveland Heights is a very multicultural city. So that's what I love about it the most, is that it gave me a crazy understanding of different people at such a young age. And I think that's helped me a lot going throughout life.
Coach Jeff Rodsky remembers his first impression. One word. Wow. I've never seen anything like it before.
He played football, basketball, and baseball, so he was always a jock.
Travis Kelce is living the good life in Cleveland Heights. His Tigers got off to a 4-0 start, but that's not good enough. This big man has dreams of playing like the little guys.
I would like to give him...
Oh, Lord. Travis, I know you were in high school, so I'm not going to do too much on you, but my goodness, the wonders of a beard. A lot of these men be beard fishing and hat fishing. And you know what, Travis? Keep it on. Keep the beard on.
My brother's down there. He's backup center and guard right now, Jason Kelce. And when I went down there, he really made me feel comfortable with the new and improved facilities and all that great stuff. And their program is on the rise.
Travis comes from a very close-knit family.
Growing up in Cleveland Heights, Ohio, Travis and Jason Kelce were inseparable. Jason was born in 1987.
How you doing, Travis?
Travis followed 2 years later.
Trav was always trying to get me into trouble. He was always pestering me.
Oh man, I was a menace. I kind of thrived off of getting in just enough trouble to where I could charm my way out of it.
Travis loved to rile Jason. He was constantly poking the bear.
Don't do that. All right, now sit down.
Hello, badass. Red flag, Travis. Your mama didn't do enough. Look at her. She's talking about, stop it. Don't do that. First thing he did with that toy is hit his brother on the head. Travis was a menace to society at a young age, and y'all think that has changed, especially with his mom talking about, stop it. Don't do that, Travis. Travis needed a lot of discipline, okay? He needed a lot of discipline, because ain't no way you walking around hitting your brother on the head, and it's caught in 4K here. Camcorder, to be exact.
I was there. I was at the crime scene.
You were at the crime scene.
I was loving the crime scene.
You were witnessing every bit of me walking up to that car and putting the keys in there and then somehow getting that thing into neutral at the age of 3 or 4, maybe? Maybe
we were
5?
still at the old house, so it had to be...
yeah, I think I was 5 when we moved to the Heights.
It was 4 or 5, I bet.
Yeah, so...
impressive. As someone with a 4-year-old, very impressive.
And to say I drove the car through the garage is a bit aggressive.
Did you bump the doors?
I turned the key. I don't even know if the engine started.
It just jumped?
I think you turn the key, everything turns on, and then put it in neutral.
Okay.
And then it just rolled, and the weight of the car broke the door on the garage.
Red flag. You can't even take accountability in your grown-ass stage. Now, as a 5-year-old, I can understand you didn't know any better. But you knew enough to hop your little ass into the car, turn the car key to open the door. Because remember, them old cars, they were built tough, okay? It was hard. Them handles was hard as hell. But I don't know how he was able to open the door, but he did. Let's see if Mama Kelce remembered it the way that Travis does. Because this little boy was causing hell as a kid. Not just him, Jason too. Red flag. They both were running amok running that house down. They were children of the corn. Bad as hell.
Now, you've told so many great stories about Jason and Travis. Is there one that you haven't told? Maybe you've been saving for the perfect moment, and maybe this is that moment.
I don't know.
You've aired it out. You've exposed
there you go.
them.
There's one in particular that I do remember. I used to have to keep the keys up high, just like I had to keep the knives up high. And Travis, for some reason, was opening up the drawers and he was climbing up them. He was 3, climbing up the cupboards to get to the keys. And for some reason, I was in the bathroom or whatever. I mean, gotta go. And I'm all by myself. I go out the back door, and there's 2 of them sitting in the car. Now, mind you, the car was locked. So Travis would watch us like a hawk. He knew exactly what we were doing. He knew how to unlock the car door, get into it, and then slam it shut. And I don't know how he did it, but somehow, and thank goodness, it was it was not an automatic.
Sure.
Okay. And he put the keys in the car. He knew exactly what to do and turned it on, and it jumped and went right through the garage door.
Now, I also couldn't have you on and not ask about the famous story of Jason with the knives in the front yard.
Oh, geez. Yeah. I had just picked him up from daycare, and we had gotten home. And I decided I was going to go upstairs and change because I had my, work outfit on. So I'm upstairs. I get the shorts on, and I hear from across the street this person calling, "Oh my God, he's got a knife." And I knew who it was immediately.
Did you really?
Yes, I knew it was Jason. He was he was the only one that was tall enough they could reach him. And I literally had him high up in a cabinet. Because I had to keep everything sharp away from both of them. But yeah, I ran out there. I only had my shorts on and a bra. I literally ran out and, and then everybody was clapping on the street. They were so excited about that picture. So it was really kind of funny, but, Jason was literally throwing it up in the air, and it would come down and hit the ground, and
like to stick in the grass.
Yeah, and Travis is just looking at them like, "Oh my God, that could have went right through his head." But yeah, that was a scary time. That was a scary one.
Yeah. I'm always brought back to like little Jason when he headbutted grandma.
Oh yeah, he did that with my mother. Yeah. Yeah. He thought that was just great fun because Ed and he used to do it all the time.
Sure.
Just as like a little game. And he wasn't even walking. They would just headbutt each other. And sure enough,
like a little love tap.
Pretty much knocked my grandmother out. I mean, their grandmother out.
Red flag. Jason was throwing knives up and down like he was a damn samurai. And then you got his daddy headbutting him as a kid. So much so that he thinking that it's okay to greet people by headbutting them. And then he knocked his grandma out. My goodness. Donna, sis, you and Ed, y'all just let y'all kids just do anything. Let me try to headbutt an elder and see how quickly my mom and my dad would grab my little behind. This lets me know that they just let their kids do whatever. And, there are some parents like that. And I get it. She did say that she tried to discipline her kids. So I'm not going to take that away from her. It sounds like Baba Kelsey and Ed, they had a very different parenting style compared to a lot of other parents. Lord, because my goodness, having your kids run amok like this. Y'all, this is not even the half of it. If you listen to their podcast, there are many, many, many examples of these 2 brothers just running that damn house. I don't know who ran that house. Was it Mama and Ed or Jason and Travis? Now, the reason I'm bringing this up because I know I'm going to get some new viewers being like, "Why are we talking about Travis's childhood? Get to him and Taylor." Well, guess what? He had a whole damn childhood. It all starts when someone is a child. Because we can clearly see he got away with a lot. Him and his brother, but at least his brother was more of the responsible one when he became a teenager. Travis is Travis. He is a rule breaker. He's not a rule follower. And he also does whatever the hell he wants. Travis has never had to be accountable, y'all.
And the other time is Jason was like 2 months old and I had just dried my hair and he picked up the hairdryer and hit me over the head and I saw stars on that one.
I asked the kids one time, who are you afraid of the most when they get angry? And they definitely said it was me. Because it didn't happen often, but when it did, get out of my way. I think that's the way it usually is. So, yeah, it took a lot. It really did take a lot to get me really mad because I found things funny. You know, a broken window, a couch that would go through a floor. You know,
oh no.
On the garage door from a hockey puck. You know, we had to put glass block all through the house. So there were a lot of things that you have to be very chill and just have things fall off of you because boys are going to be boys.
Now let's get into Travis's accolades because he's a very popular football player and very talented, might I add. He became the first tight end in NFL history to record over 1,000 receiving yards in 4 separate seasons. He helped lead the Chiefs to victory in 3 Super Bowls. Another interesting fact to know about Travis is that his older brother Jason played for the Philadelphia Eagles. So that means that they both played in the NFL at the same time.
Everything for the Kelce brothers was a competition with each other and on the field.
Either I was going to his baseball game, he was going to my football game. We were always doing something.
Soccer's year round, basketball sometime.
Now the Kelce boys, they are really down with the Brown, okay? Look at all of these brothers here. They really did grow up around black people. I could see it as clear as day. Look at them. No wonder Travis is going around with the gold chains and the hat, calling himself white chocolate. While Taylor was gallivanting around the UK with her new boy toy Harry Styles, Travis was out there trying to make a big break in the NFL. And in 2013, he made it to the NFL draft.
With a 63rd pick in the 2013 NFL Draft.
Man, it's taking me back. I was out in actually Pittsburgh, PA, which is the dark side if you're from Cleveland, Ohio. But that's where my agents were, and they threw a party for me and my family and my friends.
With the 63rd pick, the Kansas City Chiefs select Travis Kelce.
Once they said my name, and I saw how happy my parents were and my family around me, that was what really meant the most to me. That, you know, they were proud and I had accomplished one of my dreams in getting drafted to the NFL.
Now let's get into the real story behind Travis's entrance into the NFL. Because there was a lot of drama involved. And just like his girl Taylor, it was messy as hell. So we're going to get into his real background.
By Jason's senior year, Travis was a sophomore quarterback slated to become the starter alongside his brother. But that didn't happen.
Being the fun, happy-go-lucky guy and just trying to enjoy life, I ended up failing French, and I couldn't play my sophomore year of football.
I think he probably felt like he had let me down because he missed an opportunity. That was my senior year. That was the only chance we were really going to get to play together. I was looking forward to it.
It was an embarrassing time, knowing that I should have been the starting quarterback, helping my brother shine in his senior year.
Jason graduated and walked on at the University of Cincinnati and switched to offensive line. In 2008, Travis accepted a scholarship from Cincinnati and joined his brother. September 7th, 2009, the Bearcats opened the season against Rutgers.
That was our first chance that we finally got to be on the field together. That was something that I thought was going to be really, really cool.
Kelce stays at a quarterback. Again, it's a keeper. At the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
I was having the time of my life playing quarterback in college with my brother. I'm running right behind his big behind.
But it only lasted one game. Travis didn't play much the rest of the season. A season that ended with the Bearcats in New Orleans for the Sugar Bowl. Days before the game, Travis was out on Bourbon Street.
I was down there partying, drinking, smoking, trying to enjoy life and doing things that I wasn't supposed to be doing. And the NCAA came with a drug test, and my heart literally just sunk right to the floor.
Red flag. So Travis didn't learn a damn thing. That man failed French. That didn't deter him. He's like, okay, I can play with my brother. You're just a ball of disappointment now, aren't you, Travis? Notice how Jason is more of the responsible one, I guess because he's the eldest.
You know, I think Jason, because he was the oldest and, you know, always the elder child in the family, not all the time, but especially with Jason, he would tend to listen and follow the rules. Yeah, Travis isn't a rule follower. No, he runs to the tune of his own drum.
And Travis is running while I was on Bourbon Street, you know, chasing the sisters at the time. Know what I mean? Because, you know, New Orleans and whatever. And then I got myself caught up. Thankfully, they held him accountable. Yes, you failed the drug test, Travis. Did you not know that they was going to do that on the team? He knew that, y'all. They are very strict. They outline their requirements and expectations. College football is just like the military. They're not going to let you run amok without accountability. You're going to have to be accountable, at least to a certain extent.
Travis played in the game, but after a positive test for marijuana, incoming head coach Butch Jones called him into his office.
Son, you're off the team. I'm taking your scholarship. You'll never play down of football here at the University of Cincinnati again. That kind of stuff is inexcusable, and I will not tolerate it on my football team.
Green flag. He's finally being held accountable. Travis, your knuckleheaded behind thought that you were above the program. And them folks reminded you, hey, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. We have a whole bunch of other young men who would love to be in your position, and here you go dancing around and acting a fool in New Orleans. This is why it's important for parents to hold their children accountable at home. Because now that he's in the real world, he's facing real world consequences. And he doesn't know how to deal with it. Because he's like, wait, hold up, you about to kick me out? All I did was smoke a little weed, you know what I mean? Just get a little buzz. But nope, you have to face the consequences of your actions. Because in case y'all didn't know, college football is very strict. It is similar to the military. They don't play about that. Okay? Most of the time, they will kick your ass out real quick.
I didn't argue with him. At that point in time, I felt like I didn't have anything to argue against. I just felt kind of, empty.
I was definitely mad at first because I think, this was also coming up on my senior year again. So now both of my senior years in high school and college, we've been in the same school on the same football team, but he's going to be ineligible again, so I won't be able to play with him again.
Yeah, because your brother keeps effing up. He knew that this was very important to you. And he knew that he messed up senior year. But now that he's in college, you would think that he would think about you. But no, he was just thinking about himself and thinking about getting his pleasure. That's it, that's all. And now he can't even play with you. And look how sad you look. You're like, damn, I was trying to play with you. And look at what you're doing.
Either you're going to get it together, you're going to figure it out, or you can get stuck back in Cleveland trying to tell the story of... trying to tell the story of who you could have been.
Now, you ain't gotta cry, Travis. You ain't gotta cry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that this is very emotional for you. You know what this reminds me of, though? When Tom Brady was waiting to get drafted by the NFL. Same situation. He was crying. He thought he was gonna have to be an insurance agent for life. That scared him.
I remember taking a walk with my dad and mom around the block. It was just a tough day, I just remember being there with my mom and dad. Sorry about that. They just were so supportive of me. And they take it as emotional as I do. And, finally when the Patriots called, I was so excited, I was like, I don't have to be an insurance salesman,
Yeah, you know what, Tom? I agree with you. That would have been a rough life. Imagine having to crunch them numbers, having to hear Susie and her damn claims. Red flag. Now, let's get back to Travis and see what happened to him. And did he ever get back on the team? I'm very curious to know.
20-year-old Travis Kelce had hit bottom. With no direction, he turned to where he always looked for help.
I kind of asked him to move in with me so I could keep a closer eye on him, and maybe he would take things a little bit more serious.
Luckily enough, he had a big enough room to fit 2 queen-size beds in. We're dang near sleeping right next to each other.
Here comes Jason to the rescue again. How many times does he have to bail your delinquent ass out? You better thank the Lord that you have an older brother who loves you so much. The fact that your older brother had to be like a parent to you, that speaks volumes to his character, yo. He had to assume the role of parent because your parents just couldn't be bothered to hold you accountable.
Jason also lobbied new coach Butch Jones to give Travis one more chance.
My brother came in. My brother came in like he was Superman. I don't know what the heck he told him. I don't know what he said.
I remember me telling him, Travis is a good kid. He just made a stupid mistake. Not only is he a great player, but he's a great person. Everybody loves him. He's a great teammate.
Midway through the spring ball that year, I got a call from Coach Jones, and he said, come meet me in my office. He told me I had to maintain a 3.0. I had to not miss a single class, which at that time in my life was unheard of.
Red flag. You see, like, hold up, wait. What's the stipulation? I can't skip class. Travis was very unserious, y'all. He thought that he was in high school. Listen, I understand maybe in high school, they let you get away with a lot. But in college, it's different. You actually have to have structure and discipline. And look at him talking about, and at that point in my life, I was just used to effing up and skipping class. Well, now you had to get in line. And you better not mess it up because your brother put his name on the line for your ass.
I had to find a way to pay for school.
He started working as like a telemarketer to try and raise money. I truly feel like that was like one of the best things that's ever happened to him.
Yes, because he finally had to work hard for something. Because remember, you was on a free ride, you took it for granted, and now look, you gotta work to pay off the bills. How does it work now? And he wasn't thinking about that when he was in New Orleans doing whatever he was doing.
Up until that point, he hadn't really been through like a major adverse situation to like have to overcome something and have to work hard to get back in the good graces of the coaches.
Travis went to class and made Dean's List in the spring. He also was there to celebrate when Jason was chosen in the 6th round of the 2011 NFL Draft by Eagles head coach Andy Reid. Then, that fall, Coach Jones welcomed Travis back on the team. But there was a twist.
He said, I don't need a quarterback, and I think you'd be a heck of a tight end. Everyone sees your athletic ability, and we think you'd be an awesome tight end for us if you want to try and earn a scholarship at tight end. And at that point, I was like, yeah, I could care less what position I play right now.
After a season adjusting to his new position, Travis exploded as a senior, catching 45 passes and 8 touchdowns.
When throws it to Kelsey. Kelsey's gonna score. 37 yards.
NFL scouts took notice, but they also had some concerns. What were they saying about Travis?
They said he was a train wreck, character-wise.
Red flag! Travis, not only were you effing up through life, but even the scouts called you a train wreck. You were wilding out so much in college that they called you behind a train wreck. But you know what? Your girl was running around them Nashville streets also being a menace to society. And she's also known to be a train wreck. So this is a match made in hell, y'all. 2 of the same people.
There were still some questions in the air and the red flag of getting suspended. So I had to answer that question.
The 2013 NFL Draft. The 1st and 2nd rounds come and go. But Travis Kelce's name is not called.
What the heck is going on? Like, why can't a team just take a chance on me?
It was very humbling because he felt that he was better than every single tight end that went before him.
I finally get a call, and it's a Missouri area code. And in my head, I'm like, St. Louis?
Red flag. You don't have an option, Travis. You done burned all the bridges that you had. You better answer that damn phone. Now you better fix your face and answer that damn phone call. Because you're lucky that you even got a damn call in the first place. Red flag, you're ungrateful. That's the problem. You think you still have options like, oh, wait, St. Louis, ain't it cold in the middle of nowhere? Hold on, y'all calling me. Let me wait. Even though no one else called your ass. Pick it up and take it.
Come on, I don't even want to answer this. I don't like St. Louis. Oh, God. So I answer it. I'd answer it with pride and everything, and sure enough, it's Andy Reid.
Let me tell you something. Jason has something to do with this. Once again, Jason came to the rescue, y'all, because remember, he got drafted and Andy Reid was his coach on the team. Who do you think vouched for him? It was his brother, Jason.
And I get caught up like, oh, this is Andy Reid? Like, hey, coach, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm sitting here with my family. And he tells me, listen, are you gonna this up? Are you gonna screw up this opportunity if I take you? And I'm stuttering. I don't even know how to answer the question. Coach, I'm gonna give you everything that I have. He said, put your brother on the phone.
And Andy asked me, what Kelce are we getting? Are we getting the one that he was a senior year? Or are we getting the one that, every scout has told us to look out for? No, I'm vouching for him. You're getting the best tight end in this draft.
You see, his brother's word was bond. And because his brother has such a great character and he was known as more of the disciplined and structured brother, that's the reason why Travis was able to coast through. Your reputation matters. And how you present yourself and the things you do, people are paying attention, even if they're not saying anything. You having a great reputation, it doesn't only affect you, but it affects people around you because it's association. So that's why when you hanging around knuckleheads, people just gonna know you as a knucklehead. Because his brother had integrity and people valued his brother's opinion and his brother had power. That is why. And most of all, Jason earned their respect because he's such a hardworking team player.
I had him as a player, but I knew a lot about him and the footloose and fancy freeness of his personality. Sometimes you got to establish some things right there.
Well, Colonel Sanders, I hope you establishing them because the way he was yelling in your face like he lost his damn mind, like you were some dude off the streets and he lost his rabbit ass mind, lets me know that he has a lot of work to do because he got a little too comfortable yelling in your face like that. Respect your elders, Travis.
Some fancy freeness of his personality. Sometimes you got to establish some things right there.
I think that Andy knew me and I think he trusted that I was the type of brother that would make sure that his brother wouldn't make that same mistake again.
He handed me back the phone, and Coach Reid says, welcome to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Let me tell you something, Travis. Once you have access to touch Taylor's billions, you better be taking care of your brother. That's the number one person, even before your mom and your daddy. Listen, he done got you to where you are today. You better thank your lucky stars.
The Kansas City Chiefs select Travis Kelce.
That was a pretty cool moment. Just to be there with my mother and my father. Seeing their reactions. That's why I do everything. So that I can make the people that I love smile.
Since arriving in Kansas City, Travis has made a lot.
Red flag, boy, if you don't get your narrow ass off that damn field and start playing. Get off, Travis, get off and get in the field. You better not squander this opportunity. You don't have time to be dancing and prancing around.
Don't you remember when you were...
Because you never showed me attention.
No, you loved attention, and so did Jason really too, but don't you remember when you were like 3 years old, you were at, preschool, okay? Jason was already in school at this point. He was going to first grade or whatever. And you used to run around the house with this towel over you and this chip clip. Okay, and so the chip clip, cut your neck right there. And so we went into preschool, and you told everybody that they asked you how'd that happen, and you told everyone that it was your father and that he cut you with a knife. So I said, well, wait a minute. He's not home. He's at work, and he's in Mexico right now. So they looked at me like it's me.
Hold up. What was your husband doing in Mexico, sis? I need to know what your husband was doing in Mexico, but that's besides the point. Now, did he really lie, though? Because Ed sounds like he's a loose cannon. So I'm going to believe a little bit about what 3-year-old Travis said, but maybe you might want to, I don't know.
Should we call Ed?
I was going to say, you brought up Ed Kelsey.
Hey, what's up? Dad. Yeah. Travis and I are on the podcast right now. We want your advice. Okay. Somebody wants your advice, not us, really.
I kind of want your advice on this.
We both are interested in your answer. All right. What would Ed Kelsey's reaction to Travis out in public telling some strangers that you stole him?
What would my reaction be?
Yeah.
Yeah, shut the f*** up. That's number one. All right? Get your little ass home and you...
Red flag. So we see that Mr. Ed Kelsey, aka Daddy Dearest, has a potty mouth just like Taylor's daddy, Scott Swift.
Begging to be installed. As you guys know, that would never really happen. I'm really good about beating you guys.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, it never really happened.
Right, yeah.
But you know what, Donna? We're going to take it at face value, and I'm going to believe you this one time. But don't piss me off, sis. Because if I believe you right now and I find out you're lying, I'm going to expose your ass.
Protecting me, and it was me that cut him. It was your father, and then he cut you with a knife. So I said, well, wait a minute. He's not home. He's at work, and he's in Mexico right now. So they looked at me like it's me. You're protecting me, and it was me that cut him with a knife. So I had a lot of explaining to do.
No, you would never do that. Ed would threaten me. He'd put the knife to my neck and then be like, you want me to do? I'm just kidding.
Red flag. You're not kidding. I think your daddy would do that.
He would never.
Yeah. So you just love to embellish things, and you love to tell stories. And that's the same thing with this kid.
And that's the same thing that he's doing right now. Red flag. Listen, she's giving us insight into 3-year-old Travis, not really realizing that he never outgrew those behaviors. All that lets me know is that his bad behaviors, they were swept under the rug, and you didn't address them. You just stuck with the good boy Travis. But since he was embellishing and lying on your ass since he was 3 years old, well, allegedly, because I do believe it was real, but at the same time, he was 3 years old and lying on his daddy. You never corrected the behavior, so that lets me know that he is still, as a grown-ass man, embellishing and lying.
Things, and you love to tell stories. And that's the same thing with this kid.
I like to see how things were playing out. I just kind of like to, I like to manipulate things a little bit. See how the things are going to play out. And then I realized I can't do that to my parents, so I stopped doing that.
Red flag. So you stopped doing it to your parents, but you're doing it to other people. Look at this Libra right here. The Lion Libra strike again. This is what happens when you do not hold your children accountable and you just bypass all of their bad behavior and reward the good ones. Look at this man telling us in real time how he schemes and scams and manipulates everybody but his parents because he loves them so much. I can't do that no more. I felt bad. I had a guilty conscience. But for the rest of y'all, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna manipulate every single one of y'all, including you, Taylor. You didn't make it to the inner circle yet. But let's see how far his manipulation can go, because he just admitted to us that's what he likes to do.
That's the thing. It's like, I think when you saw me in the distress that I was in, that was the last time you ever did that. So that ended that.
Although I love the fact that they're reminiscing about Travis and his lying ass, let's get into how Donna and Ed met, because People Magazine published an article titled All About Travis and Jason Kelsey's Parents, Ed and Donna Kelsey. Whew, this is gonna be good, y'all. So let's read it and find out a bit more about their love story. Yes, y'all, we get into the parents. Let me see if I can find one about Andrea and Scott's old crazy ass. Ed and Donna Kelsey are the proud parents of not one but 2 NFL stars. Donna was born and raised in Cleveland. Her mother passed away when she was just 12 years old, shortly after the family, including her father and younger brother Don, had just moved out of Cleveland into the suburbs. That's very sad, y'all. So she grew up without a mom.
I grew up in the east side, well, really the inner city Cleveland. Right downtown, small house, grandparents lived upstairs. Don and I were downstairs. We shared a bedroom. It was a small 2-bedroom apartment. And we grew up there until we were 4 and then moved out to the burbs. I mean, 4th grade, sorry. And then we moved out to the burbs. And my mother was very, very ill. The doctor said that maybe, putting her into a different environment might help her a little bit, but she passed. So my brother and I lost our mother when I was about, I think I was 12 and he was 10.
I can only imagine how devastating that was. Not only that, but how much of a sense of loss that she had not being able to have her mother be there for her. After her mother died, her father married a woman named Mary, whom Donna described as a wonderful human being.
My stepmother came to us when I was around 12 years old. She taught me how to be and try for anything I wanted to do, that it was limitless for women. My dad was very traditional. He didn't feel that women should be in sports, but I wanted to play sports. I had to sneak away in middle school to go to training for track. One time I remember in particular, I was training for the 50-yard dash and the broad jump. When I came home, I said, Dad, you might want to see me on television tonight. He really did not want me doing this, but once he saw me and he saw how good I was, I think he changed his mind.
Well, he
married a wonderful.
I was about to say, you found an angel
we got a great grandma.
He married a wonderful human being named Mary Blaylock, and she raised both Don and I. And by the grace of God, if we didn't have her, I don't think we would have made it through. So she's just a lovely lady. Wish she was with us, but she's not. And it was awesome, and I feel so fortunate that I was raised by her.
Now, Mama Donna has a bit of an interesting background. Her daddy actually has a bit of a lore. Donna's father was not only married to 2 women, he had several marriages in his lifetime. Red flag, this man was a Rolling Stone. It looks like Donna's daddy was for the streets. And the reason why we're gonna dive into his story a little bit is because this is Travis's grandfather. And if Travis's grandfather has this kind of character trait, and you know how genetics work, then most likely sometimes, it passes over to the grandkids.
Okay.
Was Grandpa a good person?
Grandpa was... Grandpa was a narcissist, number one. He named me Donna.
So that's one check for bad person.
He named me Donna, and he named his son Don. So he's got both of his kids named after him. So there you go.
His name is Donald Blaylock.
Yes.
For those of you.
So anyway, it's one of those things where he was a wonderful human being. He got me to college. He paid for it. He raised me.
He didn't believe in you. You just said he didn't believe in you.
No,
I know.
Eventually he came around.
Fine.
Well, basically what happened is he was upset because he was a salesman. They weren't selling the product to clients anymore. He decided he could do it better. So technically it was industrial espionage. He was stealing plans that they had already thrown in the trash, but he shouldn't have done that. It was wrong. He got arrested, but he was never charged, and he wasn't selling secrets to the CIA or to Russia.
Red flag. Not Pawpaw having a whole criminal record. Well, I was able to dig up the newspaper that they was talking about, because this is actually on the CIA's website, y'all. Yes, you could find it on CIA.gov. Now let's read what happened to Mr. Donald Blaylock on December 9th of 1981. The title of this article is Industrial Theft Case Cracked Here. All right, so we're going to read about it, y'all. Oh, Lord, Donald was a wild man. A North Royalton man was arrested at his home yesterday morning, culminating a 4-month investigation of suspected industrial espionage, leading as far away as the Soviet Union. Red flag! What was you doing working with the Russians? This was also during the Cold War. The Cold War ended in 1991. Oh boy. Donald R. Blaylock, who also uses the name Bob Steele, not him having a whole alias. Yo, Travis's family is wild. Was rooted out of bed at 7 a.m. at his condominium, 9650 Cove Road. They got the whole address, y'all. By Cuyahoga County deputy sheriffs serving arrest and search warrants on charges brought by a Valley View equipment manufacturing company, Blaylock's former employer. At the same time, deputies were searching a Moreland Hills home owned by Blaylock and a former wife and machinery companies in North Royalton and Solon, which Blaylock allegedly hired to manufacture parts using stolen blueprints of engineering drawings. The companies did not know the prints were stolen, investigators said. Summit County deputies also searched the Hudson home of Blaylock's partner Lester Smith, president of Western Reserve Group, a company operating out of a post office box number in Hudson. Blaylock was charged with receiving stolen engineering drawings from CE Cast Equipment, 7887 Hub Parkway. They put the address there too. On a complaint signed by Edwin M. Kavanaugh, CE Vice President of Replacement Parts. Blaylock was released last night on $5,000 bond posted by his Russian-born wife of 2 years, Zoya. Red flag, yes, he was selling secrets. Blaylock reportedly worked for CE more than 20 years, including 4 years as a company representative in Russia in the city of Naberezhny Chelny in the foothills of the Ural Mountains. Smith also worked for CE as a vice president and general manager. Smith left the firm in 1979 and Blaylock in 1980, said Assistant County Prosecutor Frank C. Gasper. Gasper said CE believes Blaylock may have sold copies of the stolen blueprints to its Russian customers because orders for replacement parts from Russia have dropped significantly. Gasper said charges are being considered against Smith, whom private investigators believe masterminded a scheme to steal the blueprints, use them to have parts manufactured, and then sell the parts to former customers of CE at 10% below CE prices. But now, you know what? I'm not about scheming and scamming. I think you got to do it the honest way. However, what I will say is that this was a pretty good plan. I ain't gonna lie. In all, investigators believe Blaylock had more than $500,000 worth of counterfeit parts manufactured and sold in the last year. Blaylock, using the name Bob Steele, went to several machinery companies and ordered replacement parts using plans which had the company name Centrum stamped on them, but which were identical to CE designs, Gasper said. Blaylock ordered the parts in the name of Western Reserve Group and Don Neum, an Akron private investigator hired by CE in September when the company realized it needed outside help in its internal investigation. Gasper said from the information seized yesterday, authorities believe several existing employees of CE may be involved in the scheme. Not only was I able to dig up that article, but I was also able to dig up Mr. Donald Roy Don Blaylock Sr.'s obituary. So we're going to go over that quickly. I mean, it's not much to say, but very interesting. So this man was born on August 25th in 1931. He was a Virgo, y'all. Virgo. Oh boy, the stubborn Virgos. This makes sense. So I have 2 Virgos in my family. My younger brother is a Virgo, and so is my damn daddy. My daddy's a Virgo too. All I will say is that this is definitely something that I could see a Virgo man doing. And I'm just going to say that.
Well, that's all right. That's fine.
I got to put that in the bad category, Mom.
No,
I
that's
don't
a
want
check.
to.
What? Why is that a bad thing?
A thief? You don't steal
Stealing's
things.
bad.
Stealing's
Y'all don't be
bad.
stealing?
This brings up a great story. God, I'm so glad we got on the topic of stealing. My brother, I don't even know if you know this story, Mom. Travis and I were walking around. What was the grocery store? Zagaras. And you know how they had the candy that was sitting out and you could put it in a bag?
Ladies and gentlemen,
you'd
I
weigh it
am
by
not
pound.
the only
Let me
person
finish.
that did this.
Let
This
me
isn't
finish
even
the
stealing.
story. and you would weigh it at the end, and you would go and pay for the candy.
Yeah.
I am walking through Zagaras, and Travis is just taking candy out and eating it right on the spot. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, don't act like you've never done this. I'm like, I have never done that. What are you talking about?
Well, unfortunately, he's similar to me because I did that when I was a kid too.
Well, it sounds like you and Grandpa are all in cahoots.
There you go. No.
All right.
Look at us now.
All right, so he wasn't charged with treason.
No.
Well, that's
Are you
good to
sure?
know. That's good to know.
No, he never went.
He
to
wasn't.
jail.
He wasn't.
He never
He was
went.
charged.
He never
wasn't
went to
convicted.
prison. He never went
wasn't
to
convicted.
prison. No.
So he was charged, not convicted in a court of law.
No. The worst thing that happened was he had his pension taken away. That was about it. So.
But he did help out the Russians,
I don't think so.
which really I don't want to get political. He did. That's where he sold it from. And not only did he help the Russians, that's where he met Stoya. Right?
Zoya.
Oh my God.
Zoya.
Oh my
Well,
God.
that's another thing. Your father's been married 5 times.
Charming
so-
man.
He's been married
Charming
5 times.
man. Charming man.
Was he
Plus,
faithful to all of these women?
Of course not. He's a narcissist.
I'm putting it in the bad category.
Red flag. Notice how Travis is co-signing on his grandpa's foolery. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with stealing. Y'all ain't never steal before. Oh, we know you're about to steal some billions soon. Oh, we know you're about to hit the jackpot very soon. Scheming and scamming runs in your DNA.
So you were an excellent athlete growing up. Uncle Don,
Yes.
your brother,
Yes.
who played football at Purdue.
Yes.
Our uncle was an extremely talented athlete himself. Always says that you would be able to beat him in a race. And how
I was
there's
pretty
legends
fast.
of Donna Kelsey's athleticism. I'm not making this up. From multiple people.
Multiple.
What did you play sports growing up? We already know the answer, but we're just for everyone listening.
Yeah, it was before Title IX, so we really didn't have the infrastructure for women like there is today. But I did. My father didn't want me being on the track team, so I snuck away and went on my own.
Sneaky. Flanker. This is where you get your flanking from, Travis.
Yeah, so I
This is also where I get the ability to not listen to my dad.
Yeah, don't.
Not listening and flanking.
Yeah, but don't say no. I went ahead and I went to Mr. Seitz, and he did the track team during the summer, and I joined the Junior Olympics, and I won several medals for running, high jumping, and it was. And in fact, the surprising thing was the actual Olympics in Cleveland were being held in Cleveland Heights at the high school there. Isn't that a neat segue?
So that was you won all those gold
ran
medals
there.
running at Heights?
Yeah, and I was on Channel 8, so.
Wow.
Yep, WWS.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Laid the groundwork on the Heights field for us.
For the Kelsey.
There you go.
So Grandpa was not in favor of you playing sports or going to college.
No.
But despite your own father not supporting you, you went and did it anyways.
Yeah.
And that was a lot because of what Grandma Murr kind of fueled you with, right?
Yeah.
Because Grandma Murr played field hockey in college, right?
She did.
Yeah.
She did. She was also an athlete, it's just he supported me once I actually got to college. He paid for my education, so I can't. He warmed up to it, and he
wasn't there on the come up, but once you proved it, he was on it.
Yeah, he was okay. He just had preconceived notions. Sometimes you have to prove people wrong, right, guys?
Yeah, mama. All right now.
With her stepmother's continued support, Donna became the first in her family to graduate college. After earning her degree from Ohio University, she pursued a 30-year career in banking. She worked for MasterCard before settling down with a local bank in Cleveland, where she specialized in commercial real estate finances.
You went to college 4 years at OU, right?
Yes.
And you obviously got a communications degree.
I did, yeah.
But despite that, you don't go into
it's-
communications. You went into illustriously long career in banking.
Yeah, it was weird. I had to go back to school, get my master's, because I didn't have all the math skills and accounting skills and things like that. So I went to BW and got that. But then I was okay to be a banker, and it worked out. I worked in commercial real estate. Oh, geez, 30 years. I started out in MasterCard, went to foreign, international, and then ended up in low-income housing tax credits, which will make people's eyes roll up in their head. But anyway, it's basically every bank needs to support their community.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's what I did. I built housing for the less fortunate. So, yeah.
So somewhere along,
mommy.
It looks like Donna was getting into her bag because she was working in banking for 30 years. She did real estate finances. Okay, Donna, I see you here. Now let's get into Big Ed. Ed's family has a big military background. This makes sense as to why he was cussing up a damn storm. Ed also grew up in Cleveland and, like his sons, was immediately attracted to the sport of football in high school. Okay, so we have another athlete. So we have two athletes who got married and had children. So of course their children more than likely became athletes. This all makes sense here.
The oldest of two children grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, a neighborhood called Collinwood, which was home to the Collinwood Railroaders. And they were railroaders because this was a huge rail yard where traffic between Chicago and New York, Mobile and Detroit all passed through Cleveland and those yards. Yeah. Blue-collar town, blue-collar part of Cleveland. Great neighborhood. It was a lot of fun.
Went to one of the biggest high schools in Northeast Ohio at the time, St. Joe's. And also had a year in college, right?
I probably had a year in credits. It wasn't all 1 year in college.
Okay.
And what college?
I did a quarter and a half at Ohio State.
Ohio State?
The Ohio State, yeah.
Dad was a Buckeye, man.
Ran out of money, had to come home. Among some other problems that we're not going to divulge here. Went to Tri-C for, I think I've got someplace around a year and a half of credits, someplace between Ohio State, Cleveland State University, and Tri-C.
He gave college a try. However, coming from a family with a large military presence, Ed felt called to serve his country. Everybody in my family prior to me was in the service, Ed told his sons on New Heights with Jason and Travis Kelce. We're also talking about family that lived through World War II, so that's what everybody did because that was the background. And we thank you for your services, Ed. Even though you cuss up a storm, thank you for your services. Unfortunately, the Army rejected his application due to a pre-existing knee injury. Oh Lord, I take that back. I'm sorry, Ed. You didn't serve? Okay, I take that back. But thanks to your family for their services. Ed did, however, go on to enlist for the Coast Guard. Okay, I take that back now. Thank you for your services with the Coast Guard. Okay, you know what? Let me just finish reading before I give my accolades. Albeit, his dreams were cut short during boot camp when he learned he had Crohn's disease. Okay, I take it back. Damn, Ed, red flag. What is going on here? You got a lot of pre-existing conditions. Oh my goodness, this is very sad. But you tried. You tried. You're like the little engine that could.
Weren't you in the Coast Guard? Didn't you do the Coast Guard?
Well, I did the Coast Guard. I tried to join. First, I tried to join the Marines.
They didn't let you in?
Because of my knees.
What was wrong with your knees?
Because, I had the cartilage taken out of my
knees. New knees.
New knees. Had the cartilage taken out of my left knee.
And that was when you were playing high school football, right?
That was high school football. And they said, no, we're not doing this. Then I went to the Army and tried to enlist in the Army. Now you got to remember, everybody in my family prior to me was in the service. I mean, but we're also talking about everybody in my family lived through World War II. Okay, yeah. So that's what everybody did because of the big one. Yeah,
sure.
I got a little pissed off actually at the recruiter's office with the Army because I told you got people going to Canada to keep from getting drafted, and I'm here offering to come in, and I had some grizzled old sergeant just chew me out about what am I going to tell the mother of the guy that dies trying to carry your big ass out of there because you can't walk. A legitimate point he had.
Fair point.
And he said, you want to serve your country? You want to be in the service? You could try the Navy or Coast Guard. I'd recommend the Coast Guard. The Navy's going to give you shit about your knees too, about your knee. There was only the left knee at that point.
Yeah.
And I enlisted in the Coast Guard, and the Crohn's reared up. I'd never had that before.
Yeah.
And I was sick. I went through most of basic training with some severe gastrointestinal
This entire time, I thought you flanked your way out of it.
Well, I didn't serve.
I thought I got the flanking from you.
No. If you're sick, they don't need sick people in the service. They need people that are ready to perform.
You've gone through life. You've had a very hard life, Mr. Ed. Ed pivoted and went on to have a very successful career in the steel industry, occasionally bringing his sons to work with them so they could get an understanding of what work in a mill was like. So it looks like Donna dated down. Sis had a whole college degree, had a 30-year career in finance and banking, and her husband was working in the steel industry. Not only that, but he had Crohn's and he had a knee condition.
We got to let everybody know, Mom had the communications degree, but you actually had a journalist career there for a journal. Is it the journalist? Yeah, a journalist career there for a second.
What are you talking about?
He came out with a few articles. He would always have it. He would always have his blog. Yeah, you did the one piece on recruiting.
Well, no, that's just a story I wrote and posted it on. That's part of a book that I've never finished, called "Somebody to Grow Up With," about you two.
Red flag. Yes, Travis, what the hell you talking about? Look at Jason's face. He like, what are you talking about? This ain't right. We all know what the real is. Your mama was the breadwinner. Just accept it. But no, he gives me red pillar vibes. He gives me the vibes that he always wants the man to be the most successful one out of the relationship, even if the woman is the breadwinner and even if the woman is the one pretty much carrying the load of the family. He still wants the man to be put up on a pedestal. And I'm loving the fact that Jason's like, what the hell you talking about? Green flag, Jason. I like you already.
Which I got to get off my butt and finish that one of these days.
Right on.
And I would put that on the website when I actually did something with fogdad.com.
Fogdad.
Yeah.
You got to let everybody know what Fogdad is now, Pops.
Fine old gentleman dad.
No.
That's not how I remember.
No.
Hey, okay, fucking old guy dad. There you go.
And also had a year in college, right?
I probably had a year in credits. It wasn't all 1 year in college.
Okay.
And what college?
I did a quarter and a half at Ohio State.
Ohio State?
The Ohio State, yeah.
Dad was a Buckeye, man.
Ran out of money, had to come home. Among some other problems that we're not going to divulge here.
The steel mill. That's where you ended up. For the most part of our life, the steel mill was where you worked.
Yeah.
Oh, sis Donna, you went through a lot. I could already tell you was taking care of him. Oh, boy. All right, let's continue. I take them there. Hard hat, safety glasses, boots, the whole 9 yards, he told the Los Angeles Times. I tell them, you can have a job like your mother's, or you can have a job like mine. I choose the mother's job. Red flag. Now, no shade to those who work in the steel industry. I want to make that very clear because I know you guys do a hell of a job. However, you can clearly see that there's definitely an economic gap between Donna and Ed. Now it makes perfect sense why Travis is very comfortable with a woman who makes more than him, because that's what he grew up seeing. To prove my point further, because I know there's probably going to be some people a little upset, being like, how do you know that Donna made more than Ed? What does she bring to the table? You know, that conversation. I was able to dig up this information, found an article on Yahoo titled Ed Kelsey's Net Worth from Blue Collar Town to Raising 2 Super Bowl Stars. So what is Ed Kelsey's net worth? While Ed Kelsey's net worth is not confirmed, Players Wiki lists his net worth as $100,000 as of 2023, considering that he's raised 2 Super Bowl stars. However, it's possible that Ed Kelsey's net worth is even higher today. Okay, so this was in 2023. However, in contrast, what is Donna Kelsey's net worth? As of 2025, Donna Kelsey's net worth is between $1 million and $3 million. Unlike her sons, Donna did not earn money through NFL contracts or major endorsement deals, and she has never even positioned herself as a celebrity brand. Her net worth comes from a combination of what? Personal savings, long-term employment income earlier in life, and financial security built over decades. It is also shaped by the success of her family, though her son's earnings remain separate from her personal finances. All right. So now next time a thick-headed man tries to say what did his mama bring to the table, y'all gonna show them this. Now, an even more interesting fact that I didn't even know is that Jason Kelce actually makes more than his brother. Travis and Jason Kelce's contracts make them among the highest paid NFL stars in the league. Travis Kelce's net worth is currently around $30 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth. The Kansas City Chiefs tight end renewed his contract with the team in 2022 for $57.25 million, landing him an annual salary of $14.3 million until 2026. The football star also has brand deals with Nike, Old Spice, T-Mobile, and Dick's Sporting Goods, McDonald's, and Papa John's, among others. So it's similar to how social media content creators, they make some money through ad revenue, but actually the bread and butter comes through sponsorships. Compared to his brother, Travis has joked about how he doesn't get paid enough, telling Vanity Fair, "My managers and agents love to tell me how underpaid I am. Anytime I talk about wanting more money, they're just like, why don't you go to the Chiefs and ask them?" Red flag. Isn't that their job to make you get paid more money? Talking about why don't you go to the Chiefs and ask them. Travis, you might need to go and get another team of managers because they're not doing their jobs properly. Have you ever seen the show Ballers? They supposed to be like The Rock in them. They're supposed to be like sharks in the water, okay? They're supposed to be going out there and getting the bread. Why are you the one supposed to be asking them for a raise? That's their job. That's what you pay them for. Now, I'm gonna need you to see a couple of episodes of the show Ballers that was on HBO, and also The Game that was on the CW and also BET, and then maybe you could get some inspo as to what a manager's supposed to be like. Hell, Tasha Mack and The Rock, they knew how to get the job done. Meanwhile, Travis's brother Jason Kelce's net worth is estimated to be slightly higher at $40 million. The Philadelphia Eagles player is considered to be the highest paid center in the NFL. So Jason did a good job. How the hell did Jason get it, but you didn't get it? You might need to get new management. You need to talk to your brother. Jason's contract was renewed for 1 year in 2023 at $14.25 million, which includes a base salary of $1.165 million and a $10.3 million signing bonus. The athlete's fortune is also made up of lucrative endorsement deals and real estate investments, including a property in his hometown of Cleveland and a 9-acre farm in Pennsylvania. So it looks like Jason is more financially stable, and I'm not surprised because he seems like he was always more responsible from the beginning, and it also looks like people really value him a lot. Although Travis is the most popular of the siblings, and he's the one that people see the most on TV, he's the one who's won Super Bowls, he's the one who's pretty much out there in the media, but then Jason is the one who makes the most. That is extremely telling, and that lets me know that sometimes all that glitters is not gold, okay? And hell, even though you're making millions and you seem like you're on top, that does not necessarily translate in real life. And hell, I'm telling y'all, millionaires can live paycheck to paycheck too, okay? Just saying. Let's continue. But let's see more about this love story, y'all. Oh Lord. Donna first met Ed while on her way to another date. Oh sis, Lord. What kind of red string theory story is this? Let's read more. This is getting good, y'all. For Donna and Ed, it was love at first sight. While sharing their love story on New Heights with Jason and Travis Kelce, it was revealed that the couple met right before Donna was meant to go on another date. On her way to the date, Donna stopped by a bar named Fagan's in Old Cleveland Flats, where Ed also happened to swing by after an after-work drink. The two got to talking, and Donna never went to meet the other guy.
How did you and Dad meet? I don't even know if I know this.
I really don't even know this, Mom. This is breaking news.
How do we not know this?
Okay, we were at Fagan's. Yeah, and there's
Fagan's.
a bar in the flats.
Jason,
Bar in the
you've never
flats.
been to Fagan's?
I don't think so.
Don't they sell perch?
Yeah.
Oh, Dad did take me there one time.
Fish and chips. Fish and chips, baby.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yo.
So we just happened to meet there. He came up to me with the illustrious, I guess, pickup line was, "Did you say Joe?" And
Stop it. Stop
and
it.
I said no. And he said, "Oh, I thought you said Joe." I said, "Is your name Joe?" And he went, "No, it's Ed." I'm like,
Yeah, what's yours?
but that's okay.
Wow.
That's okay.
yours?
We ended up chatting. The Halls were there. I think Browse and even Cece was there. So everybody was having fun after work. I was supposed to go out with a guy that night, and we were supposed to go to a play, and I never made it.
Listen, so the other one was going to take her to a play. He's a little bit more refined, taking her to a nice, respectable location. And meanwhile, her and Ed was sitting by the bar talking, probably drinking. Lord, Donna, what is going on here?
Where did you meet Mom? That's what we're getting.
Fagans,
baby.
Fagans was not around you. Yeah. Fagans was one of only maybe 2 or 3 bars on the east bank of the flats at that time. Everything else down there was all there was Samsel Marine Supply. There were manufacturing companies, small mom and pops, doing either metal work of some sort or putting together things, and they were all there to service the freighters.
The flats, everybody can do their history on the flats. We got to get back to Mom. So Mom actually told us that you stole her from her date that night. You swooped her up. She was supposed to go to a play at Playhouse Square and see Chicago with another guy. And you told her, screw that bum. Let's make some NFL babies.
I don't actually remember that. Okay.
Do you remember your pickup line? Do you remember your pickup line? She said,
"Hey, how you doing?" You got to realize I'm coming there out of a shop that I worked at in the flats where I made ceramic fired pieces for the steel industry.
Yeah.
So I'm
inhaling chemicals.
Yep.
I'm in coveralls that are covered with cement and stuff. And,
so fucking strong working man. That's what you came in there looking like.
Red flag. You see, he ain't even changed. He just showed up after work for real, and was like, look, let me just talk to this pretty little lady. He couldn't believe it because he knew that you were out of his league, Donna. And you were an athlete, so I could only imagine how beautiful and fine you looked at the bar. And you got this man covered up in dirt, being able to get your number. Not only that, but you procreated with him and had 2 wonderful sons. Now, I'm not saying that it didn't work out for the best because her sons ended up being very successful young men. However, that's not always the story or case for a lot of women who date down. This was just a disaster from the beginning, but in your situation, you just got lucky that it ended up in a good way and you have 2 sons who actually can do something.
She was talking about she was talking about the pickup line. That's what got her.
And we started talking, and I didn't have a car, and I needed a ride home. She gave me a ride home.
Red flag, you didn't even have a car. Hold up, not Ed being a scrub. Oh Lord, Donna, I'm so disappointed. You started off so inspiring. I had a feeling you were gonna disappoint me somehow. They always do.
Came in, I told her, well, hang on, wait till I change.
Oh, this is a ride home? That's all?
Yeah, she gave me a ride back. That's why I was living with Greg and Bill. But yeah, she gave me a ride home, took a quick shower and cleaned up, and we went out to a bar over in Cedar Center called the No Name.
Red flag, you couldn't have even taken her to another proper location another time. Be like, look, tonight it was an off time. I just came home from work, but how about we pick back up where we left off somewhere else tomorrow, a more respectable place? No, he took her right back to the damn dingy bar.
Your dad and I talked forever.
You stood him up?
You stood
I
that
did.
guy?
How could you do that, Mom?
Sometimes it sucks to suck, man.
Yeah, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. It's just the way it was. Yeah.
Donna. Oh my God, the fall from grace. You are really saying this like this is a fairy tale story. You know what? I realized that with women who are extremely intelligent, especially when it comes to book smarts, the elevator doesn't go all the way to the top with the street smarts. You just basically got with an alley cat. Donna and Ed tied the knot in the late 70s, about 5 years before welcoming their older son, Jason. Less than 2 years later, they became a family of 4 with the addition of Travis. Together, they raised their family in Cleveland Heights, Ohio, and sent their sons to the University of Cincinnati, where they both played college football.
Flash forward, you meet Dad, marry him. We don't have to go down all that. Nobody cares about that.
Yeah.
What was it like? How? Yeah, I don't know. When did us 2 come into the picture? How did that?
It was about 5 years. 5 years later, we were trying to have kids. It wasn't working for whatever reason, and I went in, and one day she just told me, she says, "You're going to have a little one," and I went, "Whoa!" So
I knew you were a mistake. I knew you were a mistake.
She just said that they were trying to have kids. What do you
are?
Did you not listen to anything?
We
Mom
were
just said?
trying. We were trying.
No, she was trying for this. She was trying for me. You was just like, oh.
Let's be honest.
Look what we got here.
Let's set the record straight. How disappointed were you when Travis was announced as a boy?
No, I was not.
You weren't hoping for a girl?
I will say.
Be honest. Be honest.
Yes,
You could
I
be
was
honest,
hoping
Mom.
for a
It's
girl,
okay.
but I got one. He's a fashionista.
I see where this is going, you two.
And
I
a
see where this is
dancer.
going, you two.
And a dancer.
And a
Yeah,
dancer,
there's a lot of. I see it now.
No. I'm just teasing.
After roughly 25 years of marriage, the pair went their separate ways following both their sons' college graduations. While the divorce presented a hardship for the Kelsey family, Donna looks back on her marriage to Ed fondly.
You both raised us.
Yes.
You were married. How long were you guys married?
23, 24 years, something like that. 25 maybe.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
You eventually ended up divorcing about what? Maybe
10, 11 years ago. You were just getting
like
into
at the end of college. It was like
It was right at the end of college.
Yeah.
So it was 12, 13 years ago, probably.
Right.
So why do you hate him?
I don't hate him. We're still friends. We're friends to this day.
That was a great way to put it.
Yeah. No, we're friends. It's just, we get
Jason's
along.
messing with you.
We get along great. It's just sometimes people, they move apart. That's all.
So you don't regret marrying him?
No, never. Because I got you two. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be on this show if it wasn't for that. So no.
The mom of Travis and Jason Kelsey revealed that she and her ex stayed together for the sake of their sons. They maintained a friendly relationship despite knowing their marriage was not working, saying, quote, "We could do that and make sure that their life was as normal as possible. But in that one respect, I did stand still for several years until I could move on my own." Football's favorite mom also shared how she wanted to get ahead and worked really, really hard as the major breadwinner in the family, saying, quote, "I think it's important for kids to see that a woman can do whatever she wants, but I did stand still too."
And this is what a lot of boomers are doing. They are attributing the high divorce rate to great divorces, because as soon as the kids leave the nest and the parents become empty nesters, that's when they realize that they can't really stand each other.
Speaking of divorce, I saw one of you commented on the last part, and you let me know that Taylor's parents actually got a divorce. And let's go into that a little bit, because I didn't go over it in the last part. I was so tired reading Scott's email. I was exhausted. And to be honest with you, there wasn't really any kind of public announcement, nor have they actually addressed it. This is why I just brushed it aside. But since it's been mentioned in my comments, I will address it. Not only that, but the same commenter, shout out to you sis, said that Scott Swift had some cheating scandal. Now, I wasn't able to find that, and I've tried my best. I've looked everywhere. Looks like they were able to scrub that right off the internet, as I would think so. One thing I will say about Travis's parents and his family is that they keep it 100. Okay, they don't hide anything. They're not trying to be the PR machine. They are really just regular people who just happen to be celebrities. Now, the thing with Taylor, though, is that her family, you can tell that they have a big PR machine behind them. So let's continue on with their divorce. Your Tango published an article titled "Taylor Swift's Parents Divorced Quietly Years Ago and It Deeply Affected Her in Her Music." The ever-growing music career of pop star Taylor Swift would not have been possible without the endless support and encouragement of two significant figures in her life, her parents, Scott and Andrea. The two are often spotted at their daughter's concerts, interacting with fans, dancing along to the songs, and cheering on Swift with the sidelines. Hell, let Scott tell it he done did everything and Andrea was just getting all of the praise. He said that his alleged ex-wife Andrea was rolling around with Taylor, basically doing much of nothing, and he was the one that put in all the work. He's the one who got his elbows greased and whatnot. Red flag to Scott. Scott is still a damn red flag. I still ain't forget about that damn prostitute. state. Their amicable relationship is why so many people are unaware that Taylor Swift's parents divorced more than a decade ago. So it looks like Taylor and Travis have a lot in common. Not only are they attention whores, but their parents also got divorced many moons ago. And yeah, that happens. I can only imagine how it must have felt for her parents to get divorced. I think Travis and Jason took it pretty well because they probably knew that their parents were not really romantically together. It seemed like their parents were very involved in their sports careers and they understood their parents' dynamic. Sometimes parents are so distant already in the marriage that children are not surprised when parents get divorced. However, in Scott and Andrea's case, it may have been different because remember in Scott's email, he was stifling a lot of his resentment. That lets me know that they never really talked about any type of issues. Because in that email, he said that he just did whatever Andrea told him to do. And that he felt like he was an idiot, but he never told her, but he would rather vent to everybody else in the background. And this is exactly why it is good to have conversations with people, especially your partner and your significant other. If something bothers you, please address it with them. Do not just hide it and try to act like, oh yes, you're right. And then in the background, you're writing manifestos and dragging your wife for filth. This is ridiculous. Red flag. Learn how to communicate. Scott and Andrea Swift got married in 1989 and divorced in 2011. Hold up. They got married in 1989. Although the news was not publicized at the time, fans have looked back on the song Swift has composed throughout the years and may have hinted at the separation. True Swifties know that the pop star's parents wed on February 20th, 1989 and welcomed their daughter 10 months later on December 13, 1989. Okay, so it looks like they got pregnant very quickly. It doesn't look like they actually even had time to spend together as a married couple. They just got married and had children. And that's what it was back in the day. Hell, my parents did it too. They got married and had my sister 6 months later. It took them time to be able to live alone because they never actually spent time alone together. They always had kids their entire marriage. You have to put a lot of effort in. But judging by Scott and his lunacy, I don't think there's any type of negotiating with somebody like him or putting in effort. We'll just say that. A little over 2 years later, their son Austin Swift was born on March 11, 1992. Lord, we got another Pisces in the family. How many Pisces are there? You got two? Your daddy and your brother? Oh, I know that house. That house was, oh Lord, the emotions in that house. That explains a lot of why Taylor is so emotional. The family's lives grew even more chaotic in 2004 after Swift was offered a deal with Sony/ATV Tree Publishing House, and Andrea began traveling with her daughter more and more. Yeah, we saw them emails. So that email was in 2005. Okay, so that makes sense why he was foaming out the mouth, and he probably thought Andrea was going to be the one to stay at home, and he figured out real quick that he wasn't going to be able to get on the road with Taylor. By 2008, when her album Fearless was released, Andrea and Scott hardly saw each other anymore, since Andrea would accompany Swift on tour while Scott would stay home with Austin. And that makes sense, y'all. Some sacrifices have to be made, and also like you need to have your parent with you while you're on tour. I agree with that. Now, do they both need to be there? That would have been a conversation to have. But again, they don't communicate, and it looks like he just does whatever she wants and then gets mad in the background. I know a lot of men like that. Be telling you all they business. Oh, she did this, she did. Stay away from men like that. They like to complain. And then as soon as they get in front of their wife, yes, dear. No, dear. Shut up and take it if you can't say nothing about it. You better get buck with it or shut up. Continuing. In 2011, Andrea and Scott decided that it would be best to separate. An anonymous family friend told Radar Online that the couple had actually separated a few years before, actually making it official. At the time, the Swifts kept their divorce out of the spotlight before it became public knowledge years later. So that was 6 years after that damn email. Okay. So it looks like the Radar Online article that announced Scott and Andrea's divorce may have been fake news after all, because as of recently, and when I say recently, we talking about November 11th of 2024. I mean, not that recent, but recent enough. There was an interaction between Taylor Swift's parents at a Chiefs game that went viral. And they were seen canoodling.
Scott was holding her back, all in love and whatnot. Hell, I think it was for the paparazzi cameras because they knew that they were going to go there to see Taylor and Travis. But nevertheless, in 2012, Radar Online falsely reported that Andrea and Scott had separated. However, thedailymail.com understands that those reports are incorrect. Taylor's parents never split and are still happily married. Okay, that's their story, y'all, and they're sticking to it. Listen, in my opinion, I done told y'all that Capricorns be capping. Because how can you stay with this psychotic lunatic of a man for that many years? That lets me know that you can put up with anything. And this is why I said that Taylor learned this behavior from her weak ass mama. Because for her to stay in that marriage after them emails that were exposed and how much he resented her, and the fact that she's still with him lets me know that Taylor is going to stand by her man no matter what. And so, Travis, you done found yourself a rider. Now, let's continue. Now, just when I thought that we were gonna wrap Scott right up out of here, he keeps popping up everywhere, y'all. We can't get rid of him. In 2019, Scott Swift came under fire when his daughter shared his Facebook post. This man is always in controversy. Scott Swift may be the dad to one of the biggest pop stars in recent history, but even he has been at the center of some Facebook drama, and not only him, y'all, Ed Kelsey too. Oh, we gonna get to that. Let's just talk about the parents here. You know what? Let's get to the parents, then we gonna skip over to the relationships. In 2019, Scott's private Facebook account. What is up with these boomers in Facebook? Red flag. Why they all running amok on Facebook? Just losing their damn minds on social media. They act like we're the generation that's chronically online. No, they're the worst ones. In 2019, Scott's private Facebook account ended up front and center when his daughter shared one of his Facebook posts on her Tumblr page. Though Taylor took down the Tumblr post almost immediately, presumably the very second she realized she'd reveal her dad's account to her legion of fans, it was too late. Taylor, you done set your daddy up. While the post Taylor shared on Tumblr was a totally innocuous status update about how to cheat, quote unquote, his phone step counter, other screenshots were far more political, according to the Daily Mail. On the account, fans found right-wing memes about immigration. Say it ain't so. Your daddy is a Matty Healy. Is that what they trying to tell us? Is he on the white hood type of activities? Is that what y'all trying to tell us? Elizabeth Warren and Blue Lives Matter. Interesting. These memes did not sit well with the left-leaning Swifties, and the screenshots put heat on the pop star's father. Taylor, who regularly supports liberal causes and endorses Democratic candidates, never addressed the aforementioned memes or her father's Facebook activity. Given how quickly the Facebook account was deleted, it seems safe to assume there was some major tension behind the scenes. Okay, well, let's get into it because we got the Daily Mail article right here. Let's get into it. Taylor Swift's father deletes his Facebook account after fans claim he had shared right-wing memes just a day before the singer releases new album with left-wing political undertones. The 29-year-old pop star who endorsed Democrat politicians in her home state of Tennessee last year appeared to share a joke on Tumblr, which her father, Scott Swift, had made on his personal Facebook page. The Tumblr post was quickly deleted and her father's Facebook account disappeared soon after. But before Scott's Facebook was deleted, screenshots were taken of what were claimed to be political posts, including right-leaning memes about immigration and one refusing to acknowledge Elizabeth Warren as a senator. Now, Scott, why was your Facebook page public? Red flag. Aren't you Taylor Swift's daddy? Private your damn page. Do friend requests. Y'all know about that. It is unclear whether the memes were really shared by him, and there has been speculation that his account was maliciously hacked and the post fabricated. Here we go. Oh, it was AI. That's what they always gonna say when they need to deflect and deny and delete. But I believe that this is accurate because it lines up with why Taylor felt comfortable being with somebody like Maddie Healy and her slowly leaning to the right. This should not surprise anybody. However, the quick deletions also prompted speculation that Swift would not want the political post out there. A day before she launches her new album, Lover, which is expected to have left-leaning political undertones. Yeah! Oh yeah, remember how she was with Kanye talking about, my supporters, they're gonna be the upset one, but me, I don't give a damn. I'm used to men acting all erratic and crazy. No wonder she was comfortable talking to Kanye, sitting on that damn line while he was going on his rants because of her daddy. So this is what Taylor posted. Lindsay wrote, "I must report a crime," and Scott Swift, he responded, "Taylor and Austin said I needed to get steps on my phone. Wrapped phone in a towel, secured with rubber bands, and put in dryer on cool. Put 10,000 steps on the phone watching golf. Feel great. They were right." Red flag. This is why not all parents deserve sympathy here. This man went through prostate cancer. He even went through a bypass surgery, y'all, on his heart. He is sitting here talking about how he's fooling his daughter and cheating the system of putting 10,000 steps on his phone because he can't be bothered to walk his big bellied ass somewhere. Red flag. Continuing, Taylor wrote, "This man must be stopped. Hashtag parents on the loose. Hashtag where does he get the nerve? Hashtag no more guitar picks for him." Let's go to the next post that Scott shared on his Facebook page. Lord, I can't take this family seriously. They're all unserious. Travis's family and Taylor's family. Very unserious people. They need to have a reality TV show. Now, he posted, "I no longer recognize this person as a senator. Share if you don't either." Okay, he didn't say anything bad about her. He just talking about his views. Okay, next. Then he posted on February 24th of 2016, "A young woman was about to finish her first year of college. Like so many others her age, she considered herself to be a very liberal Democrat and was very much in favor of the redistribution of wealth. She is deeply ashamed that her father was a staunch Republican. A feeling," Lord, I can't see the rest of it. Please tell me y'all screenshotted the rest. Does this sound like it is true to life, Scott? Were you trying to tell us something? I feel like he was low-key dragging his daughter. Because remember, she's like, "Daddy, I don't want to vote for the Republican Party in Tennessee. She's awful. Donald is awful." And then in 2025, things have changed. We'll get to that part. Seems like he was praying for his daughter to turn red, literally and figuratively. This is Hero Officer Leslie Zarenby. I don't know how to say her last name, y'all. And her 4-month-old daughter. She was tragically unalived yesterday while trying to keep her community safe. Blue Lives Matter. My condolences to sis. But yeah, that was around the time they had the Black Lives Matter movement, and then Blue Lives Matter came to overshadow that whole mess of a political situation we're not going to get into today, but it's very interesting, and we know where he aligns. And then look at his ass. Look at this man. Deranged as all hell. Swift, who has said herself that there are political undertones in her new music, is set to release her widely anticipated new album on Friday night. The singer calls out homophobes and her own haters in a clip from her song You Need to Calm Down, which was released in June. The video finishes with the words, "Let's show our pride by demanding that, on a national level, our laws truly treat all of our citizens equally." Post purportedly found on her father's Facebook included a meme about paying taxes and listing illegal immigrants as dependents. "The IRS has returned my tax return to me this year after I apparently answered one of the questions incorrectly. In response to the question, 'Do you have anyone dependent on you?' I wrote 9.5 million illegal immigrants, 1.1 million crackheads, 3.4 million unemployable scroungers, 80,000 criminals in over 85 prisons, plus 650 idiots in Washington." Red flag. Why don't you add Merrill Lynch, Mr. Scott, since you want to list everybody who's fraudulent? Why don't you list your cronies at Merrill Lynch? Why don't you list your homeboys who were on Wall Street siphoning people's money? Scamming and scheming. You ain't gonna do that, though. You ain't gonna do that, though. Exactly. Shut up. The IRS stated the answer I gave was unacceptable, the meme read. "I suggest that you wrap your mouth shut. Put tape over it. We don't need to hear from you no more." Well, actually, we have a part we need to hear from him. And then after that, we don't need to hear from you no more.
You have nothing intelligent to say. Just reckless as all hell. Stupid as hell. Let's get back to Donna and Ed Kelsey, okay? Because I'm tired of hearing about Scott.
We're like a tag team with you two and did all kinds of fun things. When one of you had to go out of town, another person would help the other child. So it was perfect. It was just, you got to do whatever sports you wanted. You got to go on all the tournaments. You got to do everything, and it worked out. If there would have been another kid, somebody was going to lose out. Yeah. So it just happened to work out for the best.
Oh, nice.
Bars in Cleveland Heights and University Heights closed at 11, and the No Name was in South Euclid.
Ooh.
And so 11:30, 12 o'clock, you got everybody went to the No Name.
That's just
the place would be dead. The place would be dead until 11 o'clock. And then, boom. Yeah.
Well, smart business model right there.
Let's get to Ed Kelsey's Facebook, because his Facebook page is a little more lighthearted. He ain't as crazy and insane as Scott. So there was an article titled Ed Kelsey Loves to Troll. Burgeoning social media influencer or troll? Ed Kelsey seems to do both. He recently went head-to-head with former Real Housewives of New York City star Bethany Frankel. Red flag! Ed, what was you doing trolling that little lady? Come on now. He ain't had no business talking to her, but she must have said something for him to go off. So let's see what she said. Who may have spoken a little too freely when going on Instagram Live while doing her makeup. According to People, Frankel shared her opinion on Travis Kelce with the claim that he loves to be the center of attention. I mean, she didn't say nothing wrong, Ed. Listen, Ed, I know he's your son. So we trying to tread lightly, but we trying to let you know that your son is an attention whore. Ain't nothing wrong with it. He loves it. He says he is. Even Mama Donna said he is. So I mean, look, you just got to accept it for what it is. She went on to compare him to her ex-boyfriend, which either means she doesn't much like Travis or Travis would not stand Frankel. I don't think Frankel's his type, to be honest with you. But hell, you know he likes them young and crazy. But Ed came to his son's defense as he posted a link on Facebook to an article about Frankel's comments saying, "Who the F is this troll?" Commenters beneath Ed's post were reliably on his side. Yeah, that's his homeboys and them. Of course they're on his side. Come on now. Facebook is not as viral as y'all think it is. I mean, it's just literally an echo chamber of old folks now because they done took over for the 99 and the 2000. Though it's easy to see how his quick social media trigger finger could get him in trouble. And for what it's worth, Ed's Facebook profile at least identifies a sense of self-awareness to his troll-inclined nature, identifying himself howling at nothing. Ed, are you a wolf? His work history also lists him as self-employed as a lazy bum. Red flag. Well, I mean, green flag. At least you know who you are, Ed. And that's one thing I do appreciate about Ed. He is very honest with himself. And he will tell you everything. Like, he spills tea, y'all. We gonna get to that part. This is definitely his profile because I was able to find never before seen pictures. And he still has a picture up of Kayla and Travis from 2017. So she was pretty close to him for him to still have that picture up on there. Don't let the Swifties find it, Lord. Matter of fact, don't let Taylor find it. You know she gonna go crazy. She might have another Opalite Part 2 coming out. Now, there is a sad development in the Ed Kelsey story. Recently, his longtime girlfriend, Maureen Ann McGuire, she passed away. And she seems like she was the love of his life, and he's really been grieving her loss. And so for that, I will say my condolences go out to Mr. Ed Kelsey. We wish him the best on his grieving journey.
Sounds like a true American love story.
I need to know Ed's birthday. That's what we're going to try to figure out. It looks like Mr. Ed is a Sagittarius. Oh boy, Lord. He's a fire sign. That makes a lot of sense. We went over the Sagittarius men and how they like to waste women's time. And this is very on brand. And I'm not shocked in the slightest that Mr. Ed is a Sag. Now, we're going to get to Donna's sign because sis is a Libra. Not only is she a Libra, but she was born a day before my mama. Because my mama's a Libra. And not only is my mama a Libra, my fur baby, Mimi is also a Libra, born on the same day as my mama. What is up with my life being surrounded by all these Libras? Now, one thing I will say about Mama Kelsey, my mama and my baby girl Mimi, is that they do not lie. Libras, the women at least. I call them lying Libras for the men, not the women. Now, they gonna lie to themselves because they're delusional as hell, but they not gonna lie to you. Libras be down bad for their man. That is undeniable. They will do anything for their men and their sons as well. But one thing I must admit is that they never lie. My mama's a type of mama who, when you give her a gift, if she doesn't like it, she would let you know to your face. She'll say, thank you for the gift, but, and once you hear that but, it's a wrap. I don't even buy my mama gifts no more because she's so dang on picky. So I just sent her money. I'm like, Mom, you gonna get whatever you want. Now, it looks like Donna Kelsey is the same way. And we're gonna get to her honesty, y'all, because sis is honest. She cannot lie to save her life. And not only are they honest, but even the dogs are honest. My baby girl Mimi, if I feed her something that she don't want, she is literally gonna look at it, look at me, and walk away.
You've said in the past to both of us that you root for me because I've given you grandkids. I've always known that you root for Travis. Who do you actually root for?
Okay, I have a question
Let's
for
put it
you.
this way. Let's put it this way. In this one, you have the luxury of rooting for offenses. In a battle to the death, me versus Travis, who are you rooting for?
Okay, if you have a battle, if you are on a boat and you're in the middle of the ocean, who would you save, me or your father?
Who would I would save you.
Just fucking threw it
That's
right
easy.
in your
I would
face.
save you in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
There's no question on that. Who would you save, Trev?
That was, man, you know what? Dang damn it. I mean, Mom, but I'm feeling
still want
bad
the
for Dad. Damn it. Go ahead, Mom.
Of course I feel bad for him. I don't want Dad to die, but I have to make a choice. In these types of scenarios, you have to make a decision.
Mommy,
if you don't act quick enough, you're going to lose both of them. You don't have the choice. All right, Mom, answer the question. Who you saving? Life or death?
Life or death? I can't make a choice.
Remember that if
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Remember, if you choose me, just know that both Wyatt and Elliot will grow up without a father. That's.
I got to start breeding.
Please
all the
do not.
breeders out there.
Wait till you find the right person.
Find the right person.
I'm gonna have
Yes.
I'm gonna find a breeder, and I'm gonna get kids so that Mom can love me again.
Red flag, what you mean you gotta start breeding? Are you a dog? Are you an animal? You see, that's how he views childbirth. So Taylor, when you give birth, is you breeding a child with Travis? That wasn't a joke. He meant it for real. That's when his biological clock was ticking, talking about breeding. This man was just looking for a woman to procreate with. That is it. That is all. He sees having children as something to check off a list. Although Travis had yet to be in a relationship, at least a high-profile one, and who knows, he probably had little shows here and there and side chicks or whatnot, Travis let us know the type of woman he's looking for. Not only the type of woman he's looking for, but also how you could be a wag. That is literally an acronym for the wives and girlfriends of athletes. And so he let us into his world and what it would take for any woman to get with him and the type of lifestyle that he would like for her to have.
If you're dating a professional athlete, I do not believe, at least for me, that you have to go to all the games. I mean, there's 8 home games, 8 away games, plus playoffs. I don't even expect my parents and my friends to make every single game. I need her to cheer when we're doing awesome, just to make sure that look is being presented to everyone. I don't know. It's all fun and games for me, but I'd rather have my girl look absolutely gorgeous in something that she's comfortable in. Being around the Chiefs kingdom in Kansas City, it gets crazy and it gets hectic, and a lot of attention is on me, and if she's on my side, it's going to be on her too. So there's so much focus on the actual game that when the game's over with, all you want to do is not talk about the game, not even think about football, just be a person on the street enjoying a dinner with family or just a drink with friends and your girl. So.
Travis Kelsey here, the love doctor. Anyone need any advice on love?
No, we don't need it from you. Red flag. We already know what you are, Travis. You do not need to be giving nobody any type of advice at all. At all.
all. Matter of fact, you should be trying to take notes and hear from people who could give you advice. I'm sure there's somebody on that damn team of yours. Patrick Mahomes, ain't he with Brittany? Oh, Lord. Isn't she the one who told him that his favorite food is eating fried chicken?
What's my favorite cheat day meal?
Fried chicken.
No.
Chicken fried steak.
No.
And mashed potatoes.
Mexican food.
Never mind. He's not a good one to give you advice. Who's another NFL star that could give him it? Deion Sanders. Oh, hell no. Let's say Jerry Rice, maybe? Does he have wait, is Jerry the one who passed away? Oh, no, that's not him. That's oh, Lord, wait. There's two. Michael Strahan. Michael Strahan might be able to give you advice. He seems like a really stand-up guy. You know, I see him on Good Morning America or whatnot. Anyways, I don't know. Dan Marino, who knows? Somebody got to be there to give you advice. But you, sir, are not the one to give advice, please. But let's hear what he had to say. And let's see how many red flags I can give him. I can sniff a red flag out of him. I know it's coming.
What's your name?
Giselle.
Giselle is a very beautiful name. Why don't you step into my office over here? Welcome to the office of the Doctor of Love.
Oh.
You go after like all the dating sites and like get the DMs and
before.
party don't start till I walk in with two women, one wearing a pirate hat and the other wearing a sombrero.
I forgot about that.
Word of advice number one: if you're on a dating site, don't post picture with late.
Okay.
That's just the first one. Let's see the second one. Let's hope the second one gets better. More women than the Shaq picture.
Look, how do you know if it's love or if it's just infatuation?
Infatuation.
You're just obsessed with them.
Is it something that you feel in here that's there, and when she's gone, it's not there? Is that it?
I think that's it.
Sounds like love. How long have you loved this girl? How long have you
She's
felt
standing
this
right
way?
there. We've known each other for like an hour.
Nice.
Red flag! I knew Travis's definition was garbage. But the fact that this little young man is talking about, I don't know if it's love or if it's infatuation, but I met her an hour ago. Sir, it is not love, for sure. And it's not infatuation, it's just lust.
Look, this is love right here. This is love walking.
Green flag, old man. He knew you weren't it. She could sniff it away. You know them old white men, they be knowing. Because he knew, he looked at you, he's like, look, who is this? Who is this poser right here? He looks like he's up to no good. That's the look that they be giving the young brothers or whatever. But I'm glad that they give it to you. You know, you kind of styling yourself like one. So maybe he couldn't see with them Ray Charles glasses he got on. I think he got confused and thought you were a melanated brother, and he started looking at you all types of crazy. But either way, he could sniff that you were talking caca.
Later.
I get a sugar and I go to a girl, be like, hey, jump in.
Red flag. First of all, little brother, you look like you too young to be dating. Did you just graduate from high school? You need to focus on your studies instead of women. You are in no type of shape and condition to be dating. You look like you just came from your mama's house. Please.
Well, you guys just met an hour ago.
Yeah.
That's the start. So technically, she hasn't necessarily been away from you for you to feel that
When I walked over here.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm happy to be right here
I like
in the middle of
This is good.
Yeah, this is something
Do you feel
else.
better?
This is something else.
Sis, blink twice, please. Blink twice. I know you don't want to be there. How much did the cameraman pay you to be with that little boy? This looks scared, and she also looks like she wants to get the hell up out of there.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully I helped you out, and good luck with this walk.
I love your show.
Show him the world. Travis Kelce here, the Love Doctor, no longer in session. Hopefully you, the viewers, got some advice, and hopefully I can help you out.
You didn't help none of us, Travis. Pack it up. Wrap this up. Next.
What's the most romantic gesture you've done for a woman?
I had flowers, specifically her favorite flowers, waiting for us at dinner.
Red flag. That's the most romantic thing you did?
What's the one chivalrous thing you were like, my boys will absolutely do this?
Oh, dear. I don't think I didn't ever do that.
No way.
No, I never, they just do it on their own. I never, brief them on how to act with girls. I just said, treat them with respect, like you would your mother. And that's about it. That's about the only thing I said.
This man does the bare minimum, and he's extremely cheap. I could already tell. Because if that's the most romantic thing that you've ever done for a woman, then that lets me know you do not like to spend money on one. You don't like to spend money on women. Getting a woman her favorite flowers is bare minimum behavior. It's not even special, Travis. FYI and PSA to all of you men out there. We're used to this. This is something that I would expect from a high schooler. Do you want to know when I got my first set of personalized flowers? It was in high school. Even high school boys are doing this. Red flag. You too grown for this, Travis. And look at sis hyping him up. This is why some of y'all will never be saved.
Aw, that's sweet, because that takes extra planning. I like that. How would you rate yourself on a scale 1 to 10? How good of a boyfriend you are?
12.
You sure about that, Travis? You sure? Because we going to get to all your tea soon. But okay, he gave himself a high rating. Talk about, I gave myself a 12. You have a lot of audacity giving yourself a 12.
Okay, I want to play a little game with you if that's cool, to find out kind of like what your type of girl is.
Fun.
I'm sure you've heard of this before. It's called Kill, Marry, Kiss. Do you know this game I'm playing? This is the PG version of it.
Okay.
Okay, so ready?
I'm listening.
Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Katy Perry. Kill, Marry, Kiss.
Damn, that's messed up. I don't want to kill any of them.
Well, you know, it's just a game.
Just a game.
It's going to be harder to find real love. So you got to play this game right.
So what is it? Kill?
Kill, Marry, Kiss.
Ariana is kill.
Okay.
Unfortunately, love you, but you're gone.
Okay.
And then Taylor Swift would be the kiss, and then Katy Perry. What's the last one?
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Marry.
Katy Perry.
He's like, yes.
Interesting. Taylor's old arch nemesis was the one he would marry. It looks like he loves himself an edgy woman. Is that what I'm understanding here? Let's see if his taste has changed throughout the years. Because if he likes Katy Perry and the type of woman that Katy Perry is, she is nowhere near Taylor, y'all, as far as personality-wise.
Okay. Beyonce, Jennifer Lawrence, Sofia Vergara.
Sofia Vergara. Don't know her.
Yes, you do. She's like that sexy Latina woman on Modern Family.
Love her.
Yes.
All right,
you
so
knew
who
her.
else is it?
Jennifer Lawrence. You know Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay.
Beyonce. I know. It's
What is it? What kind of game is this?
I'm torturing you.
This is torture. Probably kill Jennifer, marry Sophia,
Okay.
and kiss Beyonce.
Okay.
Oh, so kill the white woman, marry Sophia, again, another spicy white Latina, and kiss Beyonce. Interesting. Travis also made an appearance on Andy Cohen's show, Watch What Happens Live. Travis is like the 511th man of the hour of Taylor's that went on this man's show.
Since Travis is about to start a dating show, I want to get a little preview of how it might go with the help of a noted single lady, Ramona. Here's what Ramona has some questions about what your dating deal breakers might be. Okay, Ramona.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So, is it a deal breaker if a girl won't sleep with you after the third date?
The third date, I feel like that's the breaker right there.
That it? Right.
Three dates. That's like.
If you don't have sex the third date, that's it. You won't.
I mean, I want to say a deal breaker, but I mean, it's like.
What are you trying to
Put some questions in there.
Red flag. Travis, you have no sexual discipline?
Very, very classy gentleman.
I didn't say you weren't.
Those first two dates are top of the line dates.
Yes.
And then that third one's kind of like a relaxed.
I'll take a breath. Is it a deal breaker if a girl has fake boobs?
I don't think so. I mean, as long as she's comfortable and very confident in what she looks like and how she looks, I mean, I'm all for it.
Don't let Taylor hear that. She about to get her breast implants very soon, y'all. Very soon. Do not let Taylor watch this interview. Y'all know Taylor's a stalker, so I'm sure she's going to fall on this interview at some point in time and watch her go to the damn cosmetic surgeon in Beverly Hills or Turkey to go get her boob job.
Of course, yeah. For schedule. Yeah. Oh, this is like I'm a little embarrassed to ask this question, but I'm going to ask it because my daughter's here. But okay, is it a deal breaker if a girl doesn't like to give oral sex?
Sounds like a deal breaker to me.
I mean, to be honest with you, for that, I will say that would be a deal breaker. You can't just take and not dish. It has to be reciprocal. All parts of the body except for the booty hole. We don't do that over here. But Andy does, and I know if you do, Travis. But, yes, I can understand oral. Oral is definitely very important. Drizzle, Taylor, drizzle. You better make sure your game on point. In 2016, Travis starred in his own reality TV show on the E! Network titled Catching Kelsey.
How would you describe you, Travis? Are you the jerk kind of guy? Are you the nice guy?
Yeah, I mean, I am a big jerk. I mean, I'm a loving guy. I give every single one of these girls a chance.
What kind of girl are you looking for?
I need confidence that she can be in such a line like an athlete is in. On top of that, be able to be respectful, polite, and classy.
Hey, baby. I'm looking for love. Tight end Travis Kelce signed a 5-year extension worth $46 million.
Kelce also signed on to be featured in a new dating competition called Catching Kelce. 50 women from 50 states.
Hey there, lonely girl, don't you know this lonely boy loves you?
Red flag. Not you trying to be like Robin Thicke. Listen, Travis, I'm about tired of you because I ain't gonna lie, that falsetto kind of hit a little bit. It was a little crisp. Does this mean that you gonna do a duet with Taylor just like her and Joe did? And now listening to Travis singing, I could definitely see some type of co-collaboration coming down the pipeline in the future. Lord, they gonna be like Sonny and Cher, Bobby and Whitney. No, more like Bobby and Whitney.
When I'm off the field, I am still in the spotlight.
I like to go to the award shows. I like to go to the ESPYs and the charity events. I need a woman that will fit into all aspects of my life and that can get along with my teammates and their wives. I've been in the bar scene. I've been in the club scene, and I haven't found what I'm looking for. So I'm trying a whole new game plan. This offseason, I have moved out west for the first time to Los Angeles in hopes of finding that one special girl. It's not going to be easy.
I would do anything for people that I love. And I just want somebody to let me back. Don't cry. I'm tired of being scared. I just don't want to go back to being by myself.
Red flag. Y'all sitting over here crying over Travis Kelce. Not these grown-ass women crying over a damn Libra. This is embarrassing. Stand up, sis.
To get real in this bitch.
You look like a bully. Real bully. I will run you down. So nasty. I see somebody doing somebody wrong. I'm stand up and that was some bull.
Oh my God, she said, break this bottle of wine over my head.
Petty stuff. We ain't got no time for that. We ain't got no time for that. But I know it's going to be worth it. I actually have feelings for him. This is the hardest decision I've ever had to make.
So you're honestly telling me you feel like one of them is really going to move to Kansas and like be your girlfriend?
Yeah, I made that loud and clear. I was definitely feeling that kiss.
Good.
I'm in this all the way in. I think I like you. There's nothing that I'm holding back. I'm supposed to be the big bad football player, and I'm sitting here talking about love.
America. Enough talking. I say we get to this thing.
I like you all.
I like you too. I'm here to find a partner, to find love, to find forever. And Travis and I have a real connection. I'm so excited because I think we would be a perfect couple.
I am all the way in. Avery, you all in?
Come on. Travis went from being just this image of this football player to something that's so real, and he just looks into your eyes and you look into his and it's just like you could just sit there and be silent and just smile.
Red flag. That's because y'all ain't got nothing to talk about. Lord, this show was very superficial. I didn't hear anything about nothing. All he did was eat food, dance around, cosplay as whatever character he wanted to, and then kiss up on these women. That's it. That is all. Nothing of substance. So I can only imagine the conversations that he has with Taylor. I don't think they're that deep, but then again, Taylor doesn't seem like a deep person either. Now, when she was with Joe, I think that there was this time period where she thought she was deep. She was on her Edgar Allan Poe tip and tried to be a tortured poet. And then sis woke up and was like, no, this is way too serious for me. So I guess Travis is her speed, Lord, because there's nothing of substance I see here. Not even a crumb.
I've never had white chocolate. Let's just say that.
Red flag, sis. Okay, you see already. You know who I blame for this epidemic of white chocolate? I blame all the white boys with the goals in their mouth, the ones who know how to dance, the ones who know how to be down. I blame all of y'all. Because you guys are the reason why sis is getting on national TV talking about she never had white chocolate before, if you know what I mean. And then look at his face with his hat and his gold chain. Red flag. This is the reason why we are in the epidemic that we are in right now. One thing about Travis is he knows how to play a good character and he knows how to copy, just like his girl Taylor.
Travis is my dream guy, and to be so close to like having a taste of perfection is something that I've always wanted. It's crazy.
You know that you don't have to go back to the mansion if you don't want to.
Right? I can see us having a future together at this point. In the end, I hope that my fairy tale does come true, and I just really want to be with him in the end.
At this point, I have 4 incredible girls, the final 4, and that's going to be the hardest decision of my life.
We were in a commercial. It's gonna be seen by 4 million people. It was so much fun. Like, it was so cool. And then Jenny almost got beat up today because of you. Because you were the same person that came in my room and said, "Oh Maya, if you take me out on this date, I swear I'm not going to do anything to try to outshine you." You can't proclaim that you're a real ass person and that I'm not. I mean, clearly you're not. That's obvious that you're a fake bitch. But what I'm saying is, sorry you guys, I'm a robot. What she did is she went out of her way to try to write a letter. It's a shame that you have to be that desperate and you have to go so low to write a letter. My glass is empty.
Maya attacks, but she does so in saying that my note overshadowed the entire date.
Red flag, Maya, you doing way too damn much. Over Travis? Is he really worth it? Like, there has to be some type of kryptonite, because I don't understand for the life of me why sis is getting all riled up, ready to nuck and buck on this woman, and her writing Travis a damn love note. Don't nobody care. Let her be crazy and do whatever desperate ass antics that she needs to do to get into the competition. He ain't gonna pick her no way. She's not his type. You already know that. Why are you getting your blood pressure high for this one right here?
Entire date, which is a compliment.
And And you know what? I'm with you, Lashes. I'm with you on that because I don't understand why she's getting all upset about this whole situation. It is extremely embarrassing when women get on national TV and want to fight other women just to get to the top spot, to get a date and be with a man. Like, is it ever worth it? Why y'all arguing like this? Just go for the food. Now, I'm happy the other sister right here, you see, she's keeping it cute and on mute. She understands. She's like, look, I don't give a damn what note she gave him. 1, 2, buckle my shoe, I don't give a damn. I'm just here for the ride. And that is what it's supposed to be. So Maya is a problem.
You tired? I didn't think the reaction in the house was going to be this crazy. It gets heated super quick, and I need to step out of this right now.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not done talking. I'm not fucking done talking. I'll let you talk, so let me talk. I don't need to let you. Anyway, she's irrelevant. Anyway.
I'm not here to use anybody. I'm not here to get Travis to like me.
If that doesn't apply to you,
Where's the
you're
soapbox for her?
A bad bitch. And Nika, I don't know what she's wearing. She just made me laugh. She's crazy. I thought that thing was so funny. You know, she honestly has multiple personalities. Yes. Get on the soapbox. Here's my soapbox. All the people.
It's interesting to see how quickly someone can go from, getting picked for a date and kind of feeling very entitled, like they have the crown, and then hours later just being completely the opposite. I think Maya, it was like something ferocious came out.
All the people that are literally.
Maya just starts attacking Minnesota, and it's just like so abrasive. Everyone just gets out of the kitchen. We're like, we're not listening to you. You're acting crazy.
And guess what, sis? That's exactly who Travis chose as the winner of this competition. So it looks like he loves himself a crazy-ass woman. Doesn't that sound very familiar? Yes, it does. Okay, let's see what happened with Maya and Travis. Because after he chose her, and you would have thought that the way she was fighting for her man, because sis was fighting for the spot to be next to him. Well, let's see how long that lasted. And spoiler alert, it lasted just as long as Taylor stayed single. Let's read what Cosmo had to say about these two folks. Alas, the relationship wasn't built to last, and they broke up shortly after the show wrapped filming. Oh, say it ain't so. Let me guess, Travis was really the attention whore that he portrayed himself to be? Yes, that tracks, but also Maya, you was a little too thirsty. And you tried to make every woman your competition, so I'm sorry, sis. I'm gonna have to say that you contributed to this nightmare. Maya has since accused Travis of cheating, telling the Daily Mail. Taylor seems like a fun girl with a beautiful spirit, so I wish her the best of luck. But I wouldn't be a girl's girl if I didn't advise her to be smart, because this came out after he started dating Taylor Swift. We didn't get to that part yet, but listen, I gotta go in sequence of the characters here, so we're just gonna let it all out. I'm sure by now, she has mastered the ability to see who is really there for her and who is just using her. I can only hope that she comes out the teacher in this situation and not the student. She added, only time will tell. But like the saying always goes, once a cheater, always a cheater. Red flag, Maya. You should have just minded your damn business, because Taylor is well aware of Travis and his past. Trust and believe me. Maya, in case you didn't know Taylor, let me run through her history here. She's been with Joe Jonas, Taylor Lautner, Harry Styles, Jake Gyllenhaal, John Mayer, Tom Hiddleston, Calvin Harris, Joe Alwyn, and Maddie Healy. You think she give a damn about Travis and him cheating? I don't think Taylor cares about none of that. All she cares about is having her fairy tale ending, just like you did. So, listen, sis, I know you're going to be spilling tea shortly, because we're going to listen to all the tea she had to spill about Travis. And trust me, I appreciate the tea, and I'm always going to be there for a sister. Well, sister, whatever side of my hand you on, whether it's the palm side or the other side, listen. We're all in this together. Meanwhile, a source close to Travis tells TMZ that Travis and Maya only dated for a month. Travis never cheated, and Maya's claims are a poor excuse of someone trying to get her 15 minutes of fame. An insider also told Page 6 that Maya and Travis weren't even together long enough for him to cheat on her, and they dated literally less than 3 months, and they were contractually obligated to not announce their breakup, this source noted. When she says, once a cheater, always a cheater, she doesn't even know what she's talking about. This is very much a 15 minutes of fame type of moment for her. Red flag, sis, you doing all this for less than 3 months? Let me get this straight, Maya. You went on chasing Travis Kelce, and you showed your entire behind, called him white chocolate, kissing on him, rubbing on him, even knucking and bucking with that one sis that wrote him a love note. All for him to dump you in less than 3 months. Well, actually, his people said 1 month. Red flag. You're too desperate, sis. You're way too desperate. And then a few years after the humiliation, you pop back on national television to tell us more about Travis.
She's the beauty who says she was betrayed by Taylor Swift's new boyfriend, Travis Kelce.
Like the saying goes, once a cheater, always a cheater.
Maya Benberry dated the Kansas City Chiefs tight end in 2016.
Certain qualities don't change in men. I feel like Travis is a narcissist, so most narcissists don't change.
Their romance started when she was a contestant on the e-dating reality show, Catching Kelce. Maya beat out 50 other women vying for Travis's heart. She says they dated for 8 months before it all came crashing to an end. You thought you were going to marry him?
I did.
Red flag. Married Travis after 8 months. There were no deep conversations. This man did not look like he was ready for anything but a good time. You was even sitting here calling him white chocolate. How serious could this have been?
Veronica is the type of girl that I could take home to my mother, take home to my family, settle down with it, and then start a family with. And Maya's the girl that's gonna keep life exciting. She's gonna be the one to keep me on my toes and tell me how it is.
Let's play a game. I want you to guess, who do you think is Veronica? The woman that Travis Kelce claims is the type that he could take home to his mother and the type that he can settle down with, who he would have a family with. And which one of these ladies is Maya? The woman that he says is only for fun, for thrills, and to keep life exciting. But no, not to bring home to his mother. Well, if you've been following my series of 5 types of white men that date black women, it'll be obvious because Travis Kelce is type number 1. And ding, 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 Maya is the black woman.
Red flag. So Travis was just out there wasting people's time, especially, more specifically, black women's time. And I have to make it very clear, it seems like the standards were his own standards because Mama Kelce and Ed, they seem extremely open-minded. Matter of fact, they gave a green light to whoever he wants to be with. They're like, look, we don't care who she is, where she come from, as long as she treats you good, we're good. So at first I thought it would have been his mama, but in actuality, I believe it's just social conditioning. In this case, at least.
As a mom, what for both of your boys, what was your advice to them in terms of love life and finding the one for them? What did you always tell them?
0. They don't want to hear that from their mother. I don't tell them anything. You fall in love with who you fall in love with. There's nothing you can't tell somebody this is a person you need to find. It's like the chemistry's there or it's not.
Now, even though Mama Donna was open-minded, she did low-key state the type of woman she would want her sons to be with, at least personality-wise.
Do you remember the first time that we met?
Yeah.
I believe it was an Eagles game.
Yes.
I figured that you would remember only because leading up to that, the joke was that nobody believed that Jason actually had a girlfriend because he's not a Rico Suave, everyone.
Yeah.
He wasn't bringing around a bunch of girls.
No, very few, none in high school. And I never knew of anyone that he dated in college. I'm sure there were a couple, but he just never brought anybody home. I guess he was just waiting for you, Kylie.
Sure, that's what it was.
Was waiting for the perfect one.
That's right. It had nothing to do with the fact that he has no game whatsoever.
Well,
Now, what do you remember from our first meeting?
Oh, man, how tall you were.
Yeah.
You had a sophisticated air about you.
Oh, that's very kind.
Yeah, I know. And it was, I was just really impressed with, how you carried yourself and how articulate you were. And I just was thrilled to death.
Sis, as much as I would love to vouch for you and ride for you, you're exhibiting too much of an avian behavior. I can't even defend this right here because the fact that you thought Travis Kelce was going to be serious after 8 months is almost laughable. But then at the same time, you look like you was a bit off your Richter when you was yelling at them girls in the kitchen. So, you know what? I will say one thing, though. You were right about him being a narky because he is exhibiting a lot of narky signs. But anyway, let's just hold off on that right now. Hold off on it because I have way more to show y'all. But let's continue hearing how Sis got dumped by Travis.
Are you in love with him?
I was. We met my parents. I had a key to his penthouse. To me, that means that you're pretty serious.
Did he cheat on you?
Yes.
The 31-year-old life coach says she learned about his indiscretions on social media. And now she says she's not sure if Kelce's romance with Taylor Swift is for real.
The only reason that I question the genuineness of the relationship is because he's talking to the media a lot.
Red flag, and what business is it of yours? What business is it of yours, Maya? If anything, that's none of your concerns because Taylor knows exactly who she's dealing with. You forgot she is Miss PR Machine. She knows how to make a good headline. Trust and believe me, if there is any type of arrangement, Taylor is in on it. There's no doubt about it. You know, went with Taylor Swift. I gotta put it out there in the media that he's a cheater, he's a narky, and it all may very well be true. I mean, the man is a Libra. But damn, you chose way too late to talk, and now we're just looking at you as if you done lost your damn mind because it's been years since you and Travis ended. We didn't need this interview, but thank you so much because it added a lot of context as to who Travis is as a person. Let's continue.
Maya says she's been getting death threats from Swifties who think she's trying to destroy the budding romance. How do Swifties react to you?
Swifties are aggressive, very negative, very hypocritical.
And they sound just like their leader. Look at who their leader is. And now you done made it on her hit list. I hope you know her candles are burning year round. Remember her mama tried to get her to get rid of them candles. So she's gonna be after you. Your name is gonna come up in one of her seances, allegedly. You better be careful, sis. I done warned you.
Really crazy to me that someone that I think is, positive and really nice has such a negative and angry fan base.
How do you feel about Taylor Swift?
I don't know Taylor Swift, but I'm a fan of her music. I don't feel any way about her dating Travis.
What song do you know of her, sis? Please let us know. What song? What's your favorite Taylor Swift song? Let us know which Taylor Swift song spoke to you the most. I'm about to pack your ass right up, but let's finish hearing what you gotta say, and then I'm wrapping you right up.
But I'm a fan of her music. I don't feel any way about her dating Travis. It's cute. I mean, I had him first. So.
Red flag. So here it is. I had him first. You had him first. Okay, and what? You had him first, and what was the prize, Miss Honey Boo Boo? You got pumped and dumped after calling him white chocolate. The proof that you had that you were in a long-term relationship was that he gave you the keys to his penthouse. Sis, do you not know that any man can give you the keys to his penthouse? He's barely home. He's always on the road. Of course he's gonna have you cooking and cleaning and doing wifely duties while you were just keeping his bed warm until he got his next chick. The reason I'm going hard on Maya is because she was too thirsty for Travis's affection. And I don't understand for the life of me why she's saying that she had him first as if it's a prize. This is not a race or a prize, sis. This is really sad. I'm sad that you're going outside. You're too beautiful for this. But then at the same time, I noticed something about Travis. He does like dating birds. Listen, I gotta be honest. He loves dating a pretty little bird.
The narrative is you're a bitter ex-girlfriend who's out for her 15 minutes of fame. How do you feel about that?
I'm offended because 5 years ago when I said the allegations about cheating and when I talked about that we were together for 8 months, his camp and team and even himself, he didn't say anything about it. I do feel a way because I did like you. I feel like I fell in love with you. It's nothing about Taylor. It's more about you led me to believe that we had a future. And now 5 years later, you're laughing and I feel like you're mocking me.
Red flag, sis. We packing you right up out of here. We don't need to hear no more. God bless you. Godspeed. I hope that you let that hurt go. Please go see your therapist first thing Monday morning if you haven't done so. Go run to the therapist's office. I know they're probably closed for holiday hours, but I'm giving you these instructions. Go to your damn therapist because this should have been healed a long time ago. And I know somebody's going to come, well, you can't put a timestamp on somebody's healing. Yes, I sure can if they've only been dating for 3 months. She says 8 months, 3 months. Who gives a damn? Red flag. It's been too long. Get out of here. Bye, Maya. Roll your ass up out of here. Next.
You are very popular with the females. Catching Kelsey was my favorite show of all time on television. When are we coming back? When are we coming back with season 2? That's what I want to know. Season 2 in the works. Season 2 is Catching Joe. Oh, Ben Cott. I'm still the host. You're still the host. Yeah, Ben Cott. A long time ago. So what was recently married, right? Who, me? Yeah. Oh no. I'm neither. There was a huge. Yeah, no, I'm neither. I just have a lovely lady right now. My brother's actually engaged. Okay, so that's pretty cool.
The reason there's not a season 2 of Catching Kelsey is because Travis was a taken man. And he found himself in the arms of a new melanated lady by the name of Kayla Nicole.
Now, I know I did mention that part 5 was going to be the last part. And I know some of you were probably waiting for that to happen. But unfortunately, life gets to life and y'all know how that go. I work full-time, y'all. I don't do YouTube full-time, so please forgive me. Now, part 6 is literally on the way. Look, y'all got the proof right here. I've had these videos since December 29th. I'm just trying to get through them. So today, I'm going to spend the day editing. and then we gonna get part 6 out. And also I did promise the Maddie Healy and Joe Alwyn last final part, the part that got messed up with the audio, that's coming out too. And then for my members only, Maisley's coming out too. Just bear with me, be patient y'all, be patient. It's coming out. All I ask for is your patience, and we gonna get things sorted out and the backlog cleared.
That's why I wrote a song. Hello there, Your Honor, I wanna say I'm sorry for the things I've done, and I try and be stronger in this life I chose, but I want you to know that door I closed. In Your Honor, I'm sorry. To my mother, I'm sorry. To the victim, I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry. Oh.
Stay tuned for the conclusion, the real conclusion, because y'all ain't doing no more parts for real, of this case study.